Alright, about the seals, let's get them on, hear the difference. So this came with instructions, and as I'm reading them, I realized that there's no explanation of where they go, so I had to look at the pictures and figure out from the pictures like where they actually go, and here's what I found out. According to the instructions, it's supposed to go right here, basically starting on this little lip, and then going all the way down and stopping right here, because as you close the door, that seals right there, and this whole thing ends up having another gasket to help with the noise reduction. It's probably also going to help that little gap. You can see the color inside too, and when we wrap it, that was a big issue that I had, and that's probably going to fix that. So let's get this started. So it came pre-labeled with where the gaskets go, or where the seals go, so I know exactly which one is where. The thing is, now there was which one is it? A-pillar. Just by looking at it, I can't tell where that one goes. I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out, but let's get started because I only have 30 minutes before I have to go to work. Step one, we have to use this adhesion promotion thing. I'm pretty sure it's just a wet wipe. Let me give it a little smell. Oh, no, that is not just alcohol, but all right. Let's get it wiped down. I think that should be good. And let's put the seal in. Also, that's how dirty it got. All right, now that that's done, I'm just gonna go for it and hope for the best. Gotta make sure it's nice and stuck before I keep going. I realized I wasn't actually pressing hard enough, so when you're doing it, make sure you press down a little harder. Okay, now we're at the bottom. Just gonna run my finger one more time to make sure it's fully adhered, and then I take my trusty knife and cut it right about here. There we go. Cool. That's one. And now this is actually the A-pillar that I wasn't sure of earlier, and the door pillar actually goes around the door side, so let's flip it over and then continue there. So this is the gasket for the front door, and from what I understand, it starts up here, goes down, and then it attaches at the bottom here, like that. Now I'm not sure of the best way to do it, but just because I want to make sure that this corner matches up with this corner, I'm going to start at the corner, then go up and across. Now this tape is a little overlapped, so let's do that, flip that back in, and full send. This one's harder to do than the last one, I think, because I'm trying to attach it to this part right here. Oh, I probably shouldn't have touched it, but I never know with these things. All right, got to the top, and we just cut that off right there. Perfect. And then we do the bottom. You want to make sure that you don't cover up that little hole right there. Since we're down here, you can actually see how dirty this is. It's like black, just pure black. Again, probably shouldn't have touched that, but whatever. There's the hard part right here because it ends and I have to cut it. So I'm gonna cut it here and just have it barely end right at that corner. There we go. Peel back the rest of the adhesive and just finish it up. So I have this set. I have this set right here, all the way across, and should not get in the way. Looks like it is pretty covered up. Awesome. I like it. Nothing at the bottom. You know what that means? Looks factory. Now, this is the other front door. It's basically the same thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it real quick, and we'll come back once it is done. All right, I got it installed. Same thing down here. Double gasketed up. Now I ran out of time. I do have to go to work, so I'm gonna have to finish the back doors tomorrow. I still want to test it out to see what it sounds like, to see if there's any kind of noticeable difference on the inside. So I'll be doing another decibel test on my drive to work and see if there's any difference. Okay, so now we're back on the highway, going roughly around the same speed. I know there's more traffic this time than last time, but this is the current decibel rating with just the front seals on. Not a huge change, but I guess I can kind of hear a difference. It sounds a lot quieter than it did last drive. So tomorrow I'm going to do the back seals, and then we're going to try it one more time, see if there's any noticeable difference. Well, I know I said I was going to do this like the following day, but it's been 2 weeks now. Let's get it started. Alright, so let's get some more adhesion promoter in here. And also, I don't know how well it shows up, but there's a scratch right there. I have no idea how that got there. Alright, turns out I have no idea what I'm doing. Shocker, I know. But I don't believe the B-pillar goes there for now. I'm just going to work on the door seal, which should be all of this going down. Now I'm going to assume this goes right here. Like that? Sure, why not? And we're just going to follow the edge all the way down. I feel like it's too cold to add this on here. It's not sticking as well as I'd like. Can't turn back now though, I already started. Now hopefully, once the door is closed, it'll put enough pressure on the seal that'll make sure that it sticks. Because as of right now, it does not want to stay. Now that's on, let's move over to the other side. Alright, so I'm just going to do the same thing on this door. I'm going to go do that real quick and then I'll be right back. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, so I got the seal going all the way down. I think I did a pretty good job if I do say so myself. And now we move on to the trunk. Alright, so I don't know where it's going to go on the trunk. I'm assuming it's going to be on this lip right here for no other reason other than I think so. And then it's going to continue down this side all the way down. This is where things get messy because I no longer have the adhesive promoter, so I'm just going to wipe it down real quick and hope for the best. I also debated whether or not I should do the trunk because, in my opinion, that's not really going to cause that much noise issues, but I don't know. It came with it, so I might as well. Alright, that's a perfect fit right there, so it has to go there. There's no way it doesn't. Look at how nicely it fits. Alright, get that going all the way around. It looks really nice. So now I'm going to do that side right there on both sides. Now, how do I do this part? Do I cut it and then just have it go across, or do I try to fold it? I'm going to cut it. Worst case scenario, I just take it off and never worry about it again. Now I do the same thing over here, and then we move on to the frunk. Now, just because I'm feeling lazy, I'm not going to cut that. I'm just going to fold it in. I don't see it making that huge of a difference, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now we're just going to make sure it closes fine. Cool. Doesn't seem to cause any issues, and it's nice and closed. I'm sure I'll get tired of the automatic frunk at some point, but definitely not yet. Now I'm pretty sure this more or less works the same way. Put it around that lip there, and then that's all it really needs. So I'll do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Got it all mounted and secured. Now it is giving me a little bit of an issue since this thing doesn't want to really attach too well, but hopefully it stays. Like you can see right here, it's already starting to come off. I don't think that's the product's fault. I think it's just because it's really cold outside. Let's close it up and let's give it a test. It's currently at 70 to 80 decibels. We'll do a comparison with how it sounds now versus how it sounds with the new gaskets, because apparently those gaskets help a lot. Okay, so we have all the seals on. I have the one for the trunk, back doors, front doors, and even frunk. I'm not entirely sure that the frunk is going to do anything because there's no engine noise in there, and I don't believe that the road noise is actually going to affect it. But either way, I have it in there. I'm on the same highway. There's a little bit more traffic, so if anything, that's just going to be an example of like how well the seals do, even if there are more cars around. All right, so here's where we're at right now. With me talking, obviously it does go up, but I'll be quiet so you can see what it actually goes down to. Now, according to the decibel reader, you see up there, it says quiet street. We're going 80 on the highway. We've got cars all around us, and it says it's about as loud as a quiet street, which is pretty cool. I think these seals definitely did their job, and I do not regret buying them. There was the one strip that I didn't use. I didn't know where it went, so I just kind of threw it out, but I don't think we really need it. With how quiet it sounds now, it's so much better than what it was. Yeah, I highly recommend them. So, links as always in the description below. Let me know what you think. If you have a better seal or something out there. Peace.